Welcome back to the Reality Guys. I'm your host, Billy Blinks, joined as always by my co-host, Brian.
What's going on, everybody?
More importantly, joined by special guest, a cast member of Netflix's newest hit reality TV show, Million Dollar Secret. We have Kyle Wimberley. I'll edit you. Nice little giggle from doing a little tongue tie. Kyle, thanks for joining, brother.
Happy to be here, guys. I'm excited to be here, man. I really am.
Yeah, Kyle, we've enjoyed so far talking to your other cast members. We're looking forward to this conversation. So, just to kind of get us kicked off, were you a reality TV fan prior to applying for the show?
So actually, before going on the show, I've never watched reality TV my entire life. I've pretty much not had a TV since I was about 15 years old. So I really don't watch a lot of movies either. Just don't really watch TV in general. So yeah, I guess my first experience ever watching a reality show was actually living it on Million Dollar Secret.
How many people
That
can say
is
that?
so interesting, right? I mean, we've talked to some of your other cast members, some of who, even though they weren't reality TV fans, maybe prior to getting cast, dove into that world. So, did you try to do any research, any reality TV
Nope.
research once you were cast, or you just really went in raw?
No, because I thought about watching, Traders, some of these other reality shows that are very similar. And I was like, I went to, well, first off, I don't have any streaming services at all. So like I would have to get all these streaming services for all of them. And I was like, man, you know what? I just want to go in not knowing anything because to me it just felt more natural that way for me. I don't know. I was just like, man, I don't want to, I just want to go in not knowing anything.
It's definitely a different
That's
way to do it. I think it's super interesting.
Yeah.
Having no streamers in 2025 is also kind of crazy.
Yeah, well, I actually just subscribed to Netflix, like literally the day before the show came out, so I could watch the show. So I am subscribed to Netflix right now.
Nice, nice.
it's so now that you have, been a part of it, do you have any interest now that you've been on a show and maybe going and checking a few others out, or is it really like you just want to live the experience?
um, so far I haven't gone and watched any other shows. Man, I'm gonna be honest with you, my schedule these days is so busy. I just don't even have time. But there are some shows that I actually want to go and watch that are reality because like now that I've gone through it, like I feel like I can kind of like know what's going on, like kind of behind the scenes and stuff. Like I don't know, but they're definitely I definitely want to check some out for sure. I just haven't yet.
You should check out Alone. If you like, it sounds like you're like kind of outdoorsy. That's like probably the most coolest, realist reality you'll ever watch. But it's like they have to survive outside by themselves and like in isolation and try to make it longer than others. But that sounds like to me, based off talking to you for the first 20 minutes, you might like that show.
Is it like legit? Like, are they legit
Oh yeah.
alone?
Oh yeah, they're out there.
That's
So
insane.
there's like an
That's
American.
insane.
It's like 11 seasons of American. I think the Australian version just got put on Netflix, but they have a couple seasons on Netflix, and it's also free on Discovery.com if you really like want to do that. If you don't want to get on the
Oh,
stream,
free?
but yeah,
Yeah, I'm
I
about
would
to check
check it
that
out. I
out
think you'd
then.
really like it. It's a really good show. It's a really good show. Very interesting.
No, it's
Yeah.
no BS. I mean, obviously there's a camera. A lot of their cameras are self set up around their camp. There are certain parameters they have that if they need to get, rescued or picked up or make contact, they do like medical checks every, week or so with them to make sure that there's nothing crazy going on with them. But besides that, the entire show is just them saying like the last person left out here wins.
Yeah, they
Wow. Oh,
filmed.
so there's like no set date when it ends. It's
No,
just
no,
whoever gives
no.
up last.
Yeah, the one season they had to go 100 days to even win. So the person who
Oh,
won went even further than 100 days. They film everything themselves. It's legit.
that's
It's probably the
yeah.
most legit reality show you can watch, and it based off of
Especially
what
being
your
free.
preferences are. Yeah,
Yep,
if you want to
Yeah.
watch on
standalone.
Discovery,
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
gonna check
but
that
yeah,
out.
but it's a few of them are on Netflix, so I
Yeah,
would.
there's a few on Netflix for
If you're
sure.
looking for something to watch, I think you should check that out.
Sweet.
Yeah.
You talk about obviously being in construction. My father was a union carpenter for over 30 years. So we grew up in a union, at least in a construction house. So what kind of construction work do you do?
I've actually changed jobs
Okay.
since the show, but yeah, before the show, I was a project manager for a construction company, and we did like more bigger commercial stuff. Like we would develop subdivisions, and we did like a lot of work for like the counties and stuff
Yeah.
surrounding us. And right now, I'm actually drilling water wells for the oil field in Texas.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
Cool.
yeah, yeah, we made a little move change a few months ago.
Still honest, still hard grinding work though, man. And
Oh,
that's I
oh
mean that's
yeah.
like what you're into. It seems like, right? Because I'm sure being on the show, I'm sure if you have checked your DMs and things, you're getting opportunities or people hitting you up about different type of career paths and stuff. No temptation to get off of the gonna get out of the kind of type of work you're doing now and go into something maybe, like kind of maybe some of these things that maybe hitting you up about.
Yeah, I mean, hey, wherever it goes, that's where it goes, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we just going with the flow right now.
I appreciate that. I want to switch our conversation over into the game. Obviously, people want to hear about your experience. And so, as you've seen with our other conversations, I always ask everyone who joins our show, who did not unfortunately win the reality show that they were on. Kyle Wimberley, what do you think went wrong for you?
Honestly, I don't. So looking back at the episode that I got eliminated, I don't necessarily think something like totally went wrong for me.
Yeah.
I guess basically Sydney having the immunity is what went wrong for me, which was out of my control, right? Um, so yeah, I guess that's what went wrong for me. I mean, that's basically why I went home, pretty much. Um, but yeah, I don't regret anything leading up to that point and or anything like that.
Never watching a reality show before and then being standing there learning out the rules from Peter. How long do you feel like it took you to feel like you were in the game and in a game mode versus just being exposed to this?
Like are you saying like the whole game in general or like the challenges more specifically?
When did you feel like you were kind of in general, even in the game itself? Like how long did it take you to feel like, man, game on, I'm playing a game? Maybe I'm wondering if it was something that maybe took you a little bit longer versus those who came in prepared, maybe some reality TV veteran viewers.
So I guess as far as like I'm in the game, I mean it was pretty much day one for me.
Yeah.
Now, as far as being comfortable in the game, like I'm just a normal guy that has a 9 to 5 in a blue collar job off the street. Like the biggest thing for me was walking up and there's cameras all in my face everywhere. That was the biggest thing for me to settle in. But as far as like I'm here like playing the game, settling that way, oh, I mean it was day one. I mean, just the initial arrival, I was already looking at people and kind of getting to see how they act and what they do. So I mean, it was instant, game wise for me.
By God.
What was of the challenges that you did? What was your favorite one to do?
My favorite one was definitely the whiskey challenge, probably. And the reason that it is not it's not because we won, right? But the main reason is because like I was able to like use like my mind and logic, and that's probably where I feel like I excel the most. Like especially in my job, right? Like in, blue collar construction jobs, you're using you're figuring out problems and you're using logic all day. So like with that one, you had to basically solve a Sudoku puzzle first, get your code, run in there, then siphon the whiskey out of the barrel. And then, like, when we're siphoning the whiskey out the barrel, I look at Phil, I'm like, dude, there's no way we're going to win at this rate. So that's when I'm like, okay, let me just create a siphon with this thing like you would to get like bad gas out of a car. And I mean, that pretty much just won us the whole game right there. So yeah, that was probably my favorite challenge was the whiskey one.
Did it taste good?
I never tasted it.
Oh, okay. You didn't try
I
it.
never tasted it. It may have looked like I did in the show. So
Okay.
like basically to create a siphon, right? Like this sounds terrible, but you have to like blow and suck and like get it going or whatever. So
Yeah.
it probably looks like I probably tasted it, but it actually never tasted in my
Okay.
mouth. So I have no idea what it
Okay.
tasted like.
All right.
The one of our big criticisms, not even big criticism, but maybe one of our sole criticisms, and I have a feeling it was going that we thought maybe you guys worked together too much. Didn't keep enough secrets, kind of shared all of that information, all the clues kind of out in the open. How do you feel about it now going back and watching it? And how did you think about that while it was happening?
So man, honestly, I feel like a lot of the times we actually had to work together because man, like as far as like trying to figure out the millionaire, especially like day one, like we were literally given like nothing. Like literally nothing. Like we have no idea what to look for. Like all we have is like this set of rules, right? Like we don't know like what's going on. So like I felt like if we wouldn't have helped each other as much, we probably would have never even got a millionaire. I don't know, but it was just so hard. Like for example, like the Phil Scream thing, right? So I got that clue. Well, I wasn't even there when Phil screamed. Now I heard it but I was way off in the distance. I didn't know what I didn't know what really happened. So if I would have never shared that clue, I mean, some people probably suspected Phil, right? But like that was like the knife,
Yeah.
the kill shot right there, like right, like that got like we knew it was Phil. So yeah, I mean, as far as like helping and all that stuff, like honestly, looking back, like I would probably say it was more beneficial than not to a certain extent in certain situations, of course.
I mean, I think it was genuine for the group of people who you guys were and how you were interacting. It's just, again, Brian and I, from a point of view of just watching so many of these shows, it's sometimes hard to take our head out of that. But what did you think of Peter?
Oh, Peter's awesome, dude. And the funny thing is like, day one we get on set, right? And we see Peter, and like a lot of other people like, oh my gosh, like Peter's like super famous and all this. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, he looks famous, I guess. Like I didn't know who he was because I don't watch TV or anything. But like Peter as a person, like especially like when we weren't filming, the one of the most coolest dudes I've ever met. Like 100% would have a beer with him any day of the week.
Yeah, I feel like everyone's giving us that impression that he was pretty fun to be around. He was, I mean, we enjoyed watching him, so that's awesome that you got that
Yeah,
experience.
dude, he had like so many like one-liner jokes that were just like hilarious,
Yeah.
man.
Mm.
Yeah, he's just a dude's dude. He's cool.
You haven't checked out any of his work?
I have not.
Yeah, you got to go watch some. You say you don't watch some. You got to go, help
Couples
Peter out
Retreat,
a
I
little
think,
bit. You got to
is
boost some of
the good
those,
one.
some of his movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see him in a movie, like
Yeah.
acting in a movie. I would love to see one of Peter's movies, actually.
Couples Retreat is
I'll
funny.
think about it here, Brian, while you do a question or two, and I'll see if I'll give him a recommendation if I can find one
Well,
here.
actually, a lot of the recommendations have been Couples Retreat.
Yeah, Couples Retreat, I think, is
Probably
when,
treat
when
trade.
we were talking to Lawrence A. Young, I forgot he was even in it, but I mean, overall, as a movie, it's a fun movie, so I think you'd enjoy it. Everyone's told us about the room. How was your room situation?
Uh, well, I guess I got super lucky. Because there's 12 people, right? And there's 12 different rooms. Dude, my room was insane. Like just the bathroom alone is bigger than my entire apartment that I'm living in right now. Like, and I had like these grand French doors that opened up to like this balcony overlooking the lake and everything. Dude, oh God, it was so beautiful. It was one of the most beautiful. Yeah, just the state and the property in general, one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen in my life.
It's cool that you guys actually got to stay there because we watch a lot of shows where they show us that they're looking like they're sleeping there, but they're really not. So, I mean, for
Oh,
you guys,
no, we actually slept there.
yeah, when we first talked to some of you guys and like, oh, we actually stay there, we were kind of surprised because that's not usually the case.
Yeah, see,
So,
and like it, like not ever watching any reality
right,
TV. Like
exactly.
I also kind of thought the same thing, right? Like oh, like we just film here, but we
Yeah.
don't actually stay here. But nah, like we stayed there the whole time.
That's super cool.
That is so super cool. What did you think about how the game progressed post your elimination and obviously ultimately ending with Kara's ultimate victory?
I'm not gonna lie, I really, really enjoyed episode 8. Like after I got out, like Kara, a- insane game she played. Oh my gosh, especially like the last half. Like, yeah, that I really enjoyed watching Kara play that game. Like yeah, she did her thing to say the least. It was very entertaining, and it's very suspenseful, especially at the end, the last challenge.
Yeah, she deserved it.
Did you think
Oh,
you'd have an issue
absolutely.
threading the needle?
I don't think so. I don't think I would have had an issue threading that needle. Yeah, honestly the last all three of the last ones, except maybe the last one, because the last one is kind of, I mean, you're kind of guessing, right? But like the laser one and the threaded needle, I feel like I would have done pretty good at both of them, actually.
I think
Yeah,
so too.
I think you would have been good at the laser one for
Yeah.
sure. I think you would have definitely had the advantage as far as just like the flexibility, right? And just being able to not, like I said, that one, Also, again, you guys, we need to figure it out. When we talk to everybody, it's like the needle thing is still cracking me up. It's like the great mystery of this whole thing. You guys did some pretty complicated, involved challenges, and that was just like the downfall, man, for these really good players. They couldn't thread a needle.
You flew
Yeah,
somewhere to
well,
get ice, and then they're now we're threading a needle. So it's just
yeah, I've heard a lot about that where it's like, how do you go from all this insane things to threading a needle? But I guess luckily, threading the needle didn't make you like, get eliminated.
Lose, yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
so I guess that was a good thing that it was set up that way.
Mm.
But yeah, I guess the needle thing, was a little, it was a little compared to all the other challenges for sure.
Did you do another show?
Yeah, I really would do another show. I'm not gonna lie, like I said earlier in the podcast, like it took me a little bit to get comfortable, like with all the cameras and stuff. But man, once I got comfortable, it was just like another day at work. Like I was locked in, dude. I was like, yeah, dude, this is just like normal now. So yeah, I would love to do another show, man. Like, dude, they're fun. And honestly, one of the main reasons why I even did this show in the first place was I wanted to do something out of my comfort zone. Just because it's hard when you're comfortable to do stuff that you don't want to do or do things outside of your comfort zone. And going on that show and doing that was huge for me, like to get out of my comfort zone. And like, before, like if you like a few years ago, like if you would have told me like, do you want to be on the show? I probably would have said no, or I probably just wouldn't have never done it just because like I've got, little bit of an introvert. But man, it really gave me a lot of confidence in myself and really, kind of opened my eyes to trying new things and stuff. So I would 100% do another show.
Would you do a dating show?
Ooh, see,
Because you're in
yeah,
the Netflix universe. You're
yeah,
eligible for perfect match.
I would
Technically.
definitely entertain it. I
Okay.
would definitely entertain it for sure.
Okay.
You'd have to watch it first, Brian.
I
I will tell you that, Kyle. If you're gonna do one of the
true.
dating shows, and
Yeah,
they
you
tell
gotta-
you
you
which
gotta
one it
watch,
is,
you gotta watch.
you gotta watch it first.
So we always say source material is key, and if you have the source material, your show was the first one, so we'll give you everybody a pass on that. But if you get cast for perfect match, you need to watch it.
Yeah, we'll definitely entertain it if that ever comes up for
Okay.
sure.
Yeah.
What's the and we kind of quickly touched on this before we started recording, but I think it's interesting and worth everyone hearing because we don't hear this a lot. Your experience, even post the show, especially even on social media, has been wholly mostly positive, right?
Yeah, so my a lot of my DMs and just experience in general has been very, very positive. Like I ain't gonna lie, like I've read some DMs that made me tear up. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
That's cool.
it's been amazing, and a lot of these people are from around the world and different countries and and I don't even know if they speak English, but they're going out of their way to translate it into English if they don't. And it's just so many beautiful messages, man. Yeah, it's been positive. I'm very blessed to say the least.
That's
That's
so
really
cool.
good to hear.
Uh, Brian, go ahead if you got something.
No, I was just gonna say, like we talked pre-show, like not everybody gets the positive reaction. So, like for that rare case that you're getting it, I mean, it's good to because we've talked to people on your cast that haven't always gotten the best like positive feedback from people because the internet is a damning place.
Yeah, no, it definitely is, and like I said, like I've gotten a little hate, right? Like like I said earlier, like you can't avoid it,
Right.
but it's been very, very little, fortunately.
That's good.
What's the relationship slash group chat been like recently with the cast?
So yeah, I actually have good relationships with all the cast. I think they're all amazing people. As far as the group chat, we do have one. I don't really check it that much, just because dude, I'm so busy these days, with work and all that. But no, like I mean, as far as I can see, as like a group consists, like everyone seems to be pretty cordial at least.
Who's who would you say like top two or three people chatters in the group chat are?
Ooh, I'd probably say, like I said, I don't check it a whole bunch, but I think Say Young
I was like,
is pretty active in there. I love
we
Say
He's
Young,
gonna be
know
my
man.
guest
Say
too.
Young. We're in a chat with her.
Yeah, Say Young is so cool. I love Say Young, but yeah, I'd probably say she's probably the most active in the chat for sure.
You gotta appreciate that though, man. Honestly, because you have the group of friends, like it's very easy for a group chat to fade. I've been in plenty of group chats over the years, and they all kind of spring up for a little bit and fade. So it's always good to have the one friend in the group who's willing to keep the chat alive.
Oh, it really is because, like you said, like they could literally fade in a day. Like if a day goes by and someone doesn't say anything, more than likely it's on the way out. Like but yeah, Say Young definitely keeps it alive. That's for sure. She's awesome.
God
I
bless
think
her.
it's awesome.
Yeah, but like because that show also like it could keep going for a longer time because there's so many people subscribed to Netflix. You don't know when somebody is checking it out for the first time, and they could like post something, and then it brings up like, hey, look at this, and because you guys have like a family bond now, like you're stuck together.
Oh yeah, I mean we're pretty much just all trauma bonded
Yep.
for the most
Yeah.
part.
Sure.
Kyle, when you're not on a reality TV show, you're not drilling the holes. What do you like to do? What else makes Kyle Kyle?
So basically the gym. That's probably one of my biggest things outside of work that I do. Pretty religiously. I'll do a lot of hunting when it's hunting season. Uh, I do some fishing when it's not hunting season. Do some frogging when it's not hunting. But basically, my life revolves around hunting season. And when it's not hunting season, it's what am I doing to pass the time until it's hunting season again?
What's your favorite hunting season?
Oh, I just hunt fowl, like waterfowl, ducks, geese, that type of stuff. I've never hunted any big game, no deer, nothing like that. So, but yeah,
Anyone
I
doesn't have to
guess
be mad at you about their bunnies or anything, right?
yeah. No, well, I mean they get mad about the birds, but
Look, everybody's got their thing to be mad at for. I don't think you're doing anything out of excess, right, man? And my dad I grew up around, my dad was in a hunting and fishing club my whole life. Loved spending time with those guys. Now, in my adult life, maybe have faded off a little bit, but still, I've got some really good memories out there in a lot of those fields and cold tree stands and things, man. So, not saying that someone has to go and try it, but like just like with a lot of things, people maybe knock something they don't fully get.
yeah. Hey, and you're gonna keep the memories for probably the rest of your life too.
Yeah.
You know.
Uh, you a sport guy?
So
Football?
I am. So I don't watch a lot of sports,
Okay.
but I'll keep up with them. Like I won't watch the game, but like I'll check the score after the game,
That's so funny.
unless it's LSU sports. Then I watch everything.
Oh, damn. I got
Mainly
an LSU
baseball,
hat upstairs. I
football.
would have wore it.
So
Yeah, see.
you live close enough to LSU if you're a Texas guy?
Well, no, I'm from Louisiana.
Oh, you're from
I've lived in
Louisiana. My
Louisiana my
bad.
whole life. I
My
just
bad. My
recently
bad.
moved to Texas like 5 months ago
Okay.
for work.
Okay.
But
Go
yeah, my
Tigers.
my house is probably 40 minutes from Tiger
Okay.
Stadium.
Okay.
Oh, that's one of the ones I want to hit really bad. I'm a big sports guy. I want to go to like the big stadiums, and I've been to New Orleans multiple times. I just never have made it out
Oh my
to
God, I love
Baton
New Orleans.
Rouge, so it's still on the list.
I love New Orleans, man. That's my favorite. Every time I've gone down there, I fish. Like get up like super early
Yeah.
after like staying up all night on Bourbon Street and going to. I don't even know where it is, but it's like definitely like the back,
Yeah,
like
you're
the
probably
south
Delhi
south.
Pro and
It's not
stuff.
like we're right
Yeah,
near
south
Bourbon
of New
Street. Like it's like
Orleans.
an hour away. So like it's fun. I really New Orleans.
Yeah, I love it
Love
down
it.
there.
I absolutely
That's
love
my
it. Don't like the
favorite.
sports teams. Don't like the pro sports teams, but I like it there.
The Brian's an Atlanta guy.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're a big rival against the Saints, huh?
Yeah. I
Falcons
don't
guy?
watch the Braves, but the Falcons. Yeah, I like the Falcons, and I mean, obviously the
Yeah.
Saints always are better than us, so it is what it is. But yeah, it's fun. I love the city. I love it more than
Well,
it's
y'all
my favorite
definitely got to
place.
come check out an LSU game because it is an experience you got to put on your bucket list. The tailgate's insane, the food's insane, the
Oh
people's
yeah.
insane. Everything is awesome, man. Y'all got to come check out a
You're
game at
uh,
Death Valley.
you're our first call when we know one of us is coming to Death
Come on,
Valley.
baby. Hey, I'll show y'all around. We're gonna have a damn good time. Hey, we might have such a good time. You might not want to go back to Georgia, bro.
Trust me, I never want to leave New Orleans. It's always my same as
Yeah, I love
Brian. It's
it. I
always my
love it,
favorite
man.
place, favorite area in general to visit outside of where I grew up in the Philadelphia, New Jersey area now. So, That'd definitely be good, man. We would have a good old time. But I had mentioned to the other cast members, we're gonna try to get you all back together in a big group, maybe do a little pseudo reunion since it doesn't,
What?
so if you're open, like I said, we'll stay in touch with you via the DMs. We got, I think like three more, Bry, right? Three more?
Yeah, I got to reach out to Corey, Sam, Kara, and I got to
Oh,
check. I think
Phil.
oh Phil.
Phil.
That's it. Those
So we
four.
have four more. So we're getting there. We're working through everybody. It's been a blast. And like I said, I think by the time we get through everyone, I haven't seen another channel who's interviewed everyone. I've seen the people, kind of pick and choose some of you guys, but we're looking. We probably will be the first ones to interview everybody. So we'll be
Yo,
awesome
okay.
to
I see
finish
y'all
the
grinding, putting in work.
Hmm.
trying to do it. But you see, trying to get Zoom to work where we can, man. One interview at a time. But last thing I want to ask you, brother, and that's kind of what I've been asking everyone. You had this experience, you had the application, the actual game experience, now going back and watching it, getting all the fan reaction. What's just your overall thoughts on the experience, man?
Most insane thing I've ever done in my entire life. Like I was saying earlier, with like getting out of my comfort zone thing. Man, like, yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, I never thought I could do something like this or handle something like this, post show with all the, attention on social media and stuff. I mean, I never thought I could. Um, but I did it. And, that it means a lot to me. And it's definitely boosted my self-confidence a lot. And I'm really proud of myself, of going out of my comfort zone and doing something that probably a few years ago I would have never done. But yeah, I mean, it's been an insane experience, and I'm truly thankful for it. I just feel blessed, man. I know it's kind of hard for me to put in words. It's just so awesome.
We can tell you're genuinely were affected
Hmm.
by the experience. You've been awesome, brother. If anyone wants to find you, where can they find you?
Man, I'm only on Instagram right now, and it's just Kyle_Wimberley.
We'll make sure to throw that in there. Everybody, show the love in the comments. Make sure you follow Kyle. Also, you can support him. Go check out $1 Million Secret. It's all on Netflix, the whole inaugural season. Go check out Brian and I's playlist. Like we've mentioned, we've been interviewing other cast members. We're going to keep that going. We also did review all episodes of the show throughout its 3 week run. So go check that out as well. And you can see what we've said about these guys before we go and have to go and face them, which is great. Check us out on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all at the Reality Guys. But until next time, for myself and Brian, thank you all so much for watching. Peace.